Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Small. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it this time. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Now Bridgewater on fourth down. That's caught. It's Thomas. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got,
and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Ready? 50, play.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Jam. 80 weapon.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Fresno.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check my 21. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Go. Five.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, check my 21. Check my 21. Watch the screen. Ready.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to the ground. Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Clear. Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Hey! Shoot!
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Right there, 54. Right go. There, 54, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, high 7. Hey, 1-7. Check, Mike. Get it.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with McCaffrey. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On 4th down, Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he got great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
First down, Panthers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
53, check 53.
Here's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Here's McCaffrey. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing, Bridgewater, flush to his right, looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
On the double. 6-6. Pull it high.
Brought down by Shaq Thompson.
Stand up in.
A gain of 2.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. They go play action. Bridgewater. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
All day.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 5-4.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bucky Hodges with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Under 10. Check. Lucky. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
They run. Cook. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Right, Greystone, Travis. Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the run. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Bridgewater now. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
30 base. Check my 21. Time to go, night. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. And hit it.
Again, it's Cook. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Cook running right, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Let's get it. Orbit. Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
On 4th down, Lawrence. And that's caught by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard
Go.
line.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. Cook following the penalty, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Check 13. Check 13.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Bridgewater here to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Give him 28 yards on that one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Bridgewater to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Topper! Watch the ship, hey, watch the ship,
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they